Why, hello, welcome back. It's been a little bit. I know. I'm sorry. I was doing so well at keeping up with these things, but you know, life finds a way to mess things up. That's just life. You gotta roll with the punches. You gotta adapt. Um, Real quick, I want to introduce my new team here. This is representing my little family. We've got myself with Shin Chan. We've got Hello Kitty for my wife. We've got Shin Chan's little dog, which I can't remember the name now. Now that I'm telling you this, but it looks like my little lolly, my little toy poodle. So or I guess I should say our. I'm not really much of a dog guy, as people who actually know me know. Anyways, another little new addition, right? Since we're talking about that kind of stuff, here we go. I got myself a second camera. That's right. I had a bunch of cameras at one time, and then I let friends have them, and I let other different people have them because of the COVID times. And I just thought to myself, those are gifts. I'll go get a new one. Here's the thing: they were like impossible to get for so long, and then I just kind of gave up on it. I know they're back in stock, and they came back in stock a while ago. I ended up finding this one. I found this one at a really cool store we have here in town called Retail Rebel. Retail Rebel is a Amazon return store, if you will. Fell off the back of the truck store, if you will. It feels a lot like dumpster diving. I'm not exactly cool with it, but what they do is they take stuff, these returns, these big, cargo loads. Here you go, talk to me, this embodied hands, and they using my touchscreen over here. They take these big loads of goods that have either been returned or shipped back, whatever. Who knows how they get them? I'm not questioning that, but they sell them at each day at a lower and lower price, starting at $10 the first day they put them out, and people get crazy stuff: iPads, earbuds, all kinds of stuff like that, cell phones. I mean, I've seen it happen. I'm not quick enough to get in there and get it. I have gotten in and gotten different sets of 3D printer filament, which is big, which is really really big. Actually, matter of fact, this was made with 3D printer filament that I bought from there. I got 3 different colors, tested them all out, make sure they run through my different machines just right. Here, let's take a look from the other camera here. It says Gunpla on the front. It's a nice file. This is a runner organizer for when you're building your Gunpla, which is another thing that I've gotten into recently. Probably another reason why I haven't been on top of my videos as much, because I picked up yet another hobby, which is really fun. If you guys were paying attention to the channel, you actually probably saw a stream where my wife built her first Gundam type model, first Gunpla model. And for everybody that joined, thank you so much. That was really cool. It made it special for my wife taking her first chance. My cousin, who was sitting along with us, that was a late addition to the whole scheme. He did his first build, and I hope to show those off in a video, because I built one as well, on the side, but I'm a little quicker than they are. So I'm thinking about showing a video that kind of shows those off with my little retrospective here, where I'm going to get to play with them and whatnot. But my cousin's real grade Strike Gundam, not ready, not ready at all. Give him some time. We're coming, I promise. Anyway, why are we here today, huh? Today is a special day. It's Cinco de Mayo. Yesterday was May the 4th be with you. Today, Revenge of the 5th, Cinco de Mayo. Cinco de Mayo, I have some very special things that go on every year. Me and my wife started a tradition quite a long time ago where we watch Nacho Libre and we eat microwave burritos. And the funny thing there, the joke is, I cook a lot, and I take pride in my cooking, and I take pride in making dinners for my wife, who maybe hasn't tried a lot of different stuff when it comes to like the Hispanic foods. So I do my best to show her all the different things: tamales, empanadas, flautas, stuff like that, right? All of the stuff that matters. So when it comes to Cinco de Mayo, a day that people consider a Mexican holiday, or Mexican Remembrance Day, for getting past the French there, getting rid of the French, I should say. They or me and the wife think it's funny to not try. You know, let's not do anything crazy. We'll just put them in the microwave, eat them, watch a little Nacho Libre, right? Because I love professional wrestling. Speaking of professional wrestling, today is another special thing. It's not just Cinco de Mayo. It's not just Nacho Libre and Burritos Day. It's not Revenge of the Fifth. Today is AEW Blood and Guts. Oh, man. This is a AEW Dynamite episode that's a little special. And we got a big match. It's what we used to call, what was it? World War, right? In WCW, it's called World War. I don't remember what it was called when Dusty Rhodes first kicked it off at Starrcade, like 84 or something like that. Either way, 2 rings side by side. Steel cage all the way around those rings. Imagine it. And then a big steel cage enclosing them. You get 5 guys from 2 different teams. So 10 men. 10 men in those 2 rings going nuts. It's an all-out barn burner of a wrestling match. Jim Ross would call it a slobber knocker. This is an important thing. AEW Dynamite is putting on an entire show that is just the Blood and Guts match. That is just, I believe that's how it's been. Maybe not. Maybe it's not all just Blood and Guts. Maybe, I mean, I know there's like 3 matches going on. There's QT Marshall versus Cody Rhodes in a blow-off match. And then, or maybe this is just the heat-up match. I don't know. It's maybe a blow-off match. This could be the start of something. But then there's the big one. The Inner Circle versus the Pinnacle. And with that little notice right there, I want to go ahead and visit some action figures I haven't done just quite yet. And I was trying to think of how I could package them together. And I think there's an obvious way. But I don't have all the pieces yet because they're not made yet. Let's go with what I got. This has already turned into a long video. This is going to be my review of AEW Unrivaled Collection, The Inner Circle. We've got the Painmaker Chris Jericho to start us off. First off, rubber hat. Did you guys ever collect Batman figures? Like old school, not Mattel. Kenner Batman figures when the movie had first come out, right? There's a thug named Jack. I swear to God, the same hat. I know it was a much smaller scale for those Batman figures, but this hat, every time I touch it, I'm just a little boy again. That was one of the figures I had, and I don't know why, but I loved that little figure of Jack. Man, such a weird little thing. Goofy looking on Chris Jericho. Here, let's get the other angle here. Should really put that up on a hotkey, right? There we go. Right here in front of my Kansas City shirt, my KC Royals. Look at this guy. What is going on? Just looking at him right here. You know, take a look. This figure. Look at my neck roll. I need to lose some weight. This figure right here. Wonderful figure, and at the same time highlights some really bad stuff. And let's get into the bad so I can get rid of it, and then we can talk about all the good. So here we go. Let's go back to that overhead. This figure right here, beautiful, just absolutely beautiful. You look at that lion's mane of hair that the Lion Tamer Chris Jericho has. Was he not the ringmaster? It was Lionheart Chris Jericho. Got his. This is from what was it, Double or Nothing, where he had the match against Kenny Omega. That's what this outfit is. His first version of his pants. Chris Jericho has had some really cool pants. Another thing he did as the Painmaker, he wore these open boots. They have the high back calf, but he would never tighten them all the way up, which for some reason, he got these big floppy tongues on him. For some reason, I think it just made him look more like a badass, more like a maniac, right? Compared to the Chris Jericho that we're so used to, right? Chris Jericho we know has expensive scarves. This is a great accessory, this scarf. Look how crazy that looks. That is fantastic. He's got, as the Painmaker, he has these jackets, these leather jackets with the spikes and all the spurs on them and everything. That, unfortunately, is where this action figure really fails. If he's standing here, just sitting here like this. Wow, fantastic. Fantastic. Look, it looks so freaking good. God dang, it looks like the real god dang thing. If I saw this in the box, hanging on the shelf, I'd be like, man, I gotta buy it. I don't care if I'm holding it right now. I still feel like I gotta buy it. This looks great, packaged this way. But then you stop and you look at these arms, and you're like, could they even move? Could I pose something? He's in a rubber. Man, they're not even all the way. I can't even find words. They're not separated all the way up to the armpit, which I get. That would be difficult to make it work. And it might be cheesy to make this cloth because then it's not going to sit well, and you're going to have all these different issues. So when it comes to, the company putting these out, making these decisions, I think they made the best possible decision. Some other accessories are his hands here. One with tattoo. Oh man, you can't see it in that one. You can kind of see it there. One with tattoo. I'm trying to diffuse this light. I'm sorry, but without the light, everything looks yellowed out. Jazzwares made this choice to put this together. And I know I've said in the past when talking about AEW figures, when I heard the name Jazzwares, I was like, oh no, these are going to be bad. These figures are amazing. When they made a decision to go with this, I think I get it. This is the best it can look, especially to sit on the peg, right? The best way to make them look like something really special. The best thing to make them set apart, right? So, moving on. I don't like the jacket. I get why they did it. The jacket's great. I wish I could pose him in it, though. You can't even hold a microphone and do what Chris Jericho does best. And talk shit. To take off this jacket, though, I'm spend a lot of time on this jacket. I'm going to have to revisit it. Take off this jacket. You have to pop off the hands. Great hands. Oop. And his black gloves. Chris Jericho doing the Painmaker gimmick. Always wearing gloves. I love it. His alternate hands are literally just the same hands, just not painted black. One with a tattoo. You have to position them just right. And take off the jacket. You have to peel this banana here. Gotta get it in there. And I'm going to let you guys watch me struggle with it, right? Because I care. I don't want to tear it. I don't want to hurt my Jericho figure. Jericho's one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. I know. Oy. Gotta get it out. Oh, there we go. And then you can put his accessories aside. And then you look at this. And you start to see what you just unveiled by taking that jacket off. You start to see that this is one hell of an action figure. And if you're talking about Series 1, and you're going through and you're opening the figures that just came in, right? The very first AEW champion, Chris Jericho. You start to see, wow, this is something really special. Look at the detail on that. Look at the different colors. They match up pretty dang perfect. His newer one with the arrows underneath. Again, the little snake thing. I don't know what that is really. I think it's an F for Fozzie. Yeah, that's what it is. You're just like, man, if you compare his belly to the other figures, he has some muscles that maybe he doesn't have in real life, or at least you don't see on Dynamite. But he does have his little gut that you totally do see, because he's 50 years old. He's an older dude, and he's still carrying dudes. He's still working real hard. Tonight, I have a feeling, you heard it here first, Chris Jericho is going to get worked pretty hard tonight. I don't see them not letting the Pinnacle go over. We'll come back to that. Well, here's the leader of the Inner Circle. Oh my God, hold on, wait. Look at this. Look at that. Here, let me try to get it even better with the different angle of the light here. Oh, come on. Focus. On the gosh dang elbow slice there. Come on. Nope, it's not doing it for me. Oh, different lighting here. Still not quite picking it up. Still a little blurry. I'm sorry, guys. I'm still learning here when it comes to lighting. But yeah, it's got the tattoo in on the elbow piece, on the back of the elbow as well. Still got the elbow, or the tattoo. That's the elbow pit right in here. Got his tattoo in there. Man, Jazzwares. All I can do is say, I'm not sure about Jazzwares because of their past. And then you see stuff like this, and you're just like, oh my gosh, you know, king of the world, goat, yeah, baby, not Adam Cole, baby, come on, baby, Jericho, Chris Jericho. All right, leader of the inner circle, Chris Jericho, knocked down, out of the way. Let's get him moved off. Let's get ready. And here we go. This was an impromptu video because I kind of realized what day it was. I'm having my lunch break right now, so I need to pick up the pace. But if you see my friend Mr. Knife, you know that means that you're about to get some hot takes. Here we are with LAX, the Latino Exchange. We've got Sammy Guevara, 3 Hispanic wrestlers that for some reason are part of Chris Jericho's inner circle. The last member being Jake Hager, which is not represented yet, but this is what we have so far. These 2, I wasn't sure about. I'll be honest. I didn't really watch them in like Impact, because I stay away from TNA, to be honest. So I didn't know how great they were until AEW, and I quickly fell in love with these 2. Great wrestlers, great workers, excellent entertainers, funniest dude in the ring, hardcore, just brutal wrestler right here. He looks like he hits so stiff, yet he can smile, he can take a hit, he can take a bump. These 2 guys right here are professional wrestlers. I'm sad I didn't know them from their prior stuff, but I've gone back and started watching a lot of it, and it turns out they cross paths with my other favorite tag team, Lucha Bros. And yeah, just phenomenal work. I'm so glad that these guys are in the premier spot at AEW. They're up there in the prime time, sitting right next to Chris Jericho. Woo, sorry, a little out of breath. I can't wait to tear into those. Sammy Guevara. This is a guy I did not know. I had no clue who Sammy Guevara is. Let's jump right into Sammy Guevara because there isn't too much to say about Sammy Guevara. He's fresh, he's new, he's green, right? Oh, got a little extra tape on here, a little more than usual. Actually, slightly different box. Shows off what we got coming in this set. Alternate Kenny, alternate Cody, Matt Hardy. Man, this set was announced like literally right after Matt Hardy joined, right around the COVID time. So it's crazy Matt Hardy already had a figure like getting ready to go. I wish there was a better way. I wish I didn't have to tear this up. Nope. I forgot to cut one. Oh boy. I'm not keeping this box. I tell you guys this every time. I'm throwing this box away. Ooh. Sammy Guevara, Sammy G. He's been let free. What do we got here? We got his sign. Hit me up. Not everybody knows about the hit me up signs. Oh my God, there's so many of them. You could put them out in the crowd. You could write your own on the back. I know it's, oh my gosh, let's come back to that. Jeez, let's stay on target here. Sammy Guevara, Sammy G. Here we go. Get ready for the noise. Here we go. Squish the scrape trick. Ugh. Is this ASMR for you guys? Am I ruining it by talking? I'll shut up on the next 2. Oh no, how do I get these out? Sunglasses. All right, they came out well enough. Sammy Guevara, young guy out of Houston, Texas. Idiot hairdo. Stupid face. That's the easy way to become a heel, to start being a heel. Sammy wearing his leather jacket that he usually wears in his promos or on his vlog, at least back when this character was modeled. Kick pads, painted, not sculpted. Sculpted on the feet, though. Look at that. Straight up. Goes underneath the arch there. We got a little sockiness to it. Just kick pads pulled up under the knee. formed. You can kind of see it. The knee is skin colored, so just formed to the knee. So you kind of need the knee pad, which I love this big rubbery knee pad. That looks great. Let's see. Well, he's wearing the leather jacket, which is rubber. It's collarless, which is exactly what he wears, and that's cool. The rest of it just kind of looks like a jacket. I don't know that it's modeled exactly like his or the one that he was wearing at that time. But, man, the likeness on his face, his high cheekbones, that's really good. They are getting so good at retro, or, whatever, face scanning and 3D modeling these faces on these figures. I know Marvel Legends does a really great job with it too. Let's pull the hand, pop the hand, pop that hand. Let's get this jacket off. There we go. Man, just taking a peek over here to my right, we've got so many accessories that come with Santana and Ortiz. You look at Sammy and it's like, well, what's Sammy come with? Oh, Sammy's got some cardboard. But, like, really, these guys are professional wrestlers. They're just wrestlers. They don't need anything. They just need their bodies. That's all they need. What clothes do you wear? And does your skin look right? I guess, do you have tattoos? Tattoos are technically an accessory, I guess, in this case. Chris Jericho with his lifelike tattoos. Buy them now at Walmart. Man, that's a story I should cover. The whole Walmart fiasco. AEW action figures are being sold in other locations now because the Walmart deal, I think, either didn't go through or it was only for the first series. But it was impossible for anybody to get any. I never saw them on the shelf. Now Series 2 is out, and I see Riho on the shelf at my store, my Walmart. I never saw anyone else. Look at him. Sammy G. Is that the Inner Circle logo? Maybe. Yeah, I guess. Maybe. It doesn't look like the Sammy Guevara logo. Sammy Guevara on the back. That's perfect. I mean, he looks great. He's thin. He's muscular. Just lean, right? I think I have a problem here. Is that gonna... Uh-oh. Do you guys notice what's going on here? Am I just crazy? Maybe I'm crazy. I'm just crazy. I was gonna say, this bicep's on backwards because of that line. But, no, I think it's okay. It looks fine. Whew, I'm tripping. Anyways, not too much really to say about Sammy G. Young dude, keep your eye on him. I think this is a future star. He's so close to being a star now. There's just some things he's missing, and he's young. He's had some attitude problems, and he's really gotten himself in trouble with some of the things he says, which isn't cool, right? Like, I don't want to get into the story with what he has said online, but if you know it, it's not cool. It's not funny. That's not how you get heat. It sucks for everyone involved. But I think it was handled well enough. I don't think Sammy should lose his job or the future of his career or anything like that based off of some stupid stuff that he said. But, man, it was dumb. And, the person that was involved, if they didn't accept his apology and have something positive to say about it, maybe I'd feel different. But, they did talk it out. I guess they did work it out. It was pretty dang public on social media. And, Sammy had to take some time off, get some training. So, as if he's, like the rest of us in the IT business or whatever. He had to get some training on how to deal with people, how to talk to people. And, yeah, he came back. And then he didn't stay back. He's gone. And well, after he was gone, now he's back again. All storyline from there, to be honest. But, yeah, now he's back and he's ready for the blood and guts match. Expect to see this kid get messed up tonight. I think he's going to be in the fold pretty hard, and I think he's going to get trashed. I think he's also going to put on a great show. Hit me up. These cards, he would hold them during the commercial breaks or during the picture-in-picture, and he'd have all kinds of stuff on there, and basically he would cut a promo through this, just him being a goon, wearing his stupid sunglasses. I didn't even put his sunglasses on here. Let's slide those on. Whoa, they work good enough. Yeah, and you can hold the signs. I love it. I love it. I gotta take a marker and write my own. I'll go back and watch something where he used 5 cards to say some trash and talk some trash. Moving on. Cutting the 3 tapes. Cutting the 3 tapes. No, cutting tape used to mean you were splicing and editing video at one time. Nowadays, I don't think people do that. Nowadays, I don't know that anybody knows what tapes are. All right. We got Mr. Santana from what they're called in AEW, the tag team. Proud and powerful. Okay, so this is attached to. All right, gotta tear up the card even more to get that off. All right. Oh, okay. What is this exactly? Looks like a flag of some sorts. Toss this. It's held in there really well. Is that a magnet? What is going on? Oh, just a piece of cardboard to hold it in place. Okay. Yeah. All right. You got a little jersey. Puerto Rican flag. There we go. Very nice. Perfect. Perfect for Santana or Ortiz. But Santana usually was the one carrying the flag out. And you got to represent, right? Oops. Oh, excellent. All right. So real quick, get this moving a little faster. Got your kick pads. Got your pants. Got your overalls. It's a separated belt here, right? Your overalls, which is a cool thing. The 2 of them wear those, where they're, or from all the matches that I've seen in AEW or outside of AEW, they're wearing overalls or cargo overalls, which is cool. But I can imagine that it must get really hot to wrestle in those. Take this plastic off for his abs. Tattoo's perfect. Tattoo is perfect. That is really cool when the tattoos are perfect. Oh no, did I break that? I don't believe that I did. Yeah, that doesn't look like I broke it. I think it might have just been molded that way. That's really strange. Hey, call me out in the comments. If I broke that myself, that's on me. If I didn't break that myself, which I don't think I did, because look at the way that that's molded. Man, that bothers me. Because I know they're assembled, you know, waist, or I should say hips, waist, chest. So this just goes in between. Not like it had to be forced on. But whatever. All right, it's cool. I guess with that, it allows them to have more range of motion. You can still get some really good poses and shots out of that. I'm not worried about it. I'm not mad. I mean, as you guys know from other videos, like Drizzt had some broken parts. I went and fixed them. No big deal. Look how angry he looks. The bandana looks great. His super close shave from back then looks fantastic. Great action figure. Nothing too special. Then again, it's a pro wrestler. What do you really need? Let's get into his accessories here. You have his trigger fingers, you know, because when he's standing up, talking trash, holding up his trigger fingers, pop, pop, you know, bang, bang. You know, little street related, little gang related, whatever you want to call it. You got the Mad Ball, which is a sock full of baseballs that they would swing at their opponents, and you can imagine exactly how they fake that or treat that to make it, 1, sell on TV, but 2, not hurt anybody. That should be Santana or Ortiz's gimmick, though. I don't remember Ortiz rocking that at all. Ortiz is a more serious one. Here you go, eye patch face Ortiz, or Santana. Whoops, sorry. Eye patch face Santana. This is from the John Moxley feud where Jericho took one of his spikes and shoved it into Moxley's eye, or maybe Santana did it, but they came off of Jericho's jacket. And Moxley lost an eye for a long time, and then for 1 week, they turned it around on Santana, and they had a one-on-one match. Both of them had their eye patches. Great match, by the way. Good times. Real good storyline, man. Moxley versus the Inner Circle versus Chris Jericho, leading up to Moxley taking the belt. Fantastic fantastic run. There we go. One half of Proud and Powerful, LAX, whatever you want to call them. I don't like that they were called LAX and Impact, because we already had an LAX in WWE. We had LAX in Impact. We had LAX, I think, in WCW even. Maybe not. Maybe that's just LWO. But I swear it was there. I could be really misremembering that type of thing. And you know what? The reason why I'm not sure on all that, I followed wrestling pretty hard, but for a while there, if your name wasn't Randy Orton, I didn't know too much about you. I followed, but I wasn't close. Oh boy, there's already so much I see that I enjoy about this. So between the two, you have got your wrestler and you've got your character. This is, you got your straight man, you got your funny man. This is the funny man of the tag team. I'm not gonna lie, I stopped so I could look underneath. They're assembled. Notice it's not torn though, it's just like not formed. That's not fair. I don't think it was me. Here we go, ASMR, here we go. All right. ASMR was brought to you by Rico's Cheese. Rico's Cheese. When you wish you were at the movie theater, or you wish you were at the ballpark to eat some nachos, but COVID won't let you, Rico's Cheese comes in a big ass can. Get it at your Costco. Let's see. How am I going to pull that out? I don't like that. That is like really packed in there. But, for a good reason. It's protecting all this Inner Circle shirt. Which, this is another good little tidbit here. Between the two of them... I'm scared. Don't scratch him. Between the two of them, Ortiz always wears a shirt. Ortiz always fully clothed. Whereas Santana will have his shirt off. Maybe Santana's in the better shape of the two. Maybe it's just the choice. So first off, Ortiz is, again, the funny guy. He'd do tiger stance and scratch your back, and he just do his hands all goofy, which is what he's doing here. Fantastic. Man, he's got his, I don't know what you even call these, extreme runner shoes or whatever, the little toe shoes, which I see those and it makes me cringe, but always has his pants rolled up like Caprice. Oh man, this guy makes me just laugh. Everything about him. His piece here has the flag molded into it, which is another little touch that you see on him at pretty much all times, especially important matches. They are called Proud and Powerful, and you can't knock them for being proud. Fantastic. I love it. Little tattoo kind of peeking out here. Crazy hair. Crazy hair. Always this big, fro of his. Braided up in his other style. Usually when you see the braids, the match is going to be a little more serious from his point of view. I don't think he comes to work with his hair a-flowing when he's going to have a rough night. It just looks fantastic. Look at the two faces. And this face works. This head works if you're going to do tiger stance as well. He has the goofy face for his tiger stance. God dang it. Then his gloves, which he'll wear and then take off if he's going to go into tiger stance. And I don't know if it's even called tiger stance. That's what I call it. I don't know. but one beautiful one, this Puerto Rican flag one. God dang. They really went the extra mile with these details. Slightly different glove than what I've seen from other figures. It's just the opposite of this one, so that's really nice. The sculpting on things is very important. I'm so glad that they take the time and take the effort. Funny little thing here. He didn't come with the Mad Ball, which he should have because he uses it. Came with a gimmick from an accessory from BTE, the web show, the chancla, for when they're speaking Spanglish. They're teaching Spanglish. What's her name? Dasha Gonzalez. The guys would talk something, a little off color. They say some dirty stuff or talk about women in the wrong way, and Dasha Gonzalez would hear it, way off in the distance. $6 million man, and she would take off her chancla and toss it, and it would go like the Batman batarang all the way through the arena and catch, Santana Ortiz for talking dirty. Funny stuff. Hilarious that he comes with that. Definitely one of the little gimmicks, one of the little bits that he'd do on BTE. You could tell he was kind of behind talking Spanglish. Real good times. Hilarious. Great workers. Great entertainers. Again, let's go ahead and bring them all up here. We've got AEW's Inner Circle minus Jake Hager. Which, he barely puts in the AEW work. We've got the Inner Circle. We've got their accessories. We've got some wonderful figures here. I've had a good time. I'm so excited today on this Cinco de Mayo, May 5th, Revenge of the 5th, to watch AEW Blood and Guts tonight. Here's my hot take. I do not believe that the Inner Circle can win tonight. With AEW, they usually do a really good job of putting together a feud or a match, and I'm not too sure who's going to take it. I'm not exactly sure. I have a good idea, but I'm not sure. Tonight, I feel very sure that MJF's Pinnacle is going to win. They're a little too fresh to take a loss like that. They're a little too new. They're also a bit more stacked. Jake Hager doesn't wrestle quite as much. You've got the young guy in Sammy Guevara. You have the silly guy in Ortiz. You have the old guy in Chris Jericho, right? So it's not looking great when you're looking across the ring at the Revival MJF. Sean Spears might not be the top name, but boy, they wanted Ty Dillinger to be a big guy in WWE. I never understood it, but I know he can work. And then they're under the tutelage of one of the original Four Horsemen, which were in the first ever Blood and Guts, a War Games match, if you will. So, man, I just don't see it. I don't see my dude Chris Jericho coming through. I don't think it's gonna happen. I think he's gonna lose. I think they're gonna take an L. I think it's gonna maybe put Jericho on the shelf for a little bit. Maybe split up the Inner Circle for a little bit. Give Hager some time to go do his MMA. I don't know. I don't know for sure, but I do not believe that the Inner Circle can take this match tonight. Unfortunate. I love the I don't really care for the Inner Circle, but boy, I love Chris Jericho. I really enjoy Proud and Powerful. I super enjoy seeing the rise of Sammy Guevara, this young guy. Don't really care for Jake Hager. But, they started off AEW Dynamite. So maybe this is the end of a chapter, or maybe just the start of the next chapter. I'm very excited to see where this goes. I'm a big fan of long-term storytelling, just like I mentioned with the Moxley versus Jericho setup, the whole eye gouging. Fantastic storytelling. So I'm very excited. I hope you guys are excited too. I hope you guys tune in AEW Dynamite tonight on TNT. Check out the Blood and Guts match. I tell you what, I'll talk it out. I'll make another video. Expect another video real quick. Kind of looking over the match. I do have MJF, but I do not have anyone else on his team. Wardlow's not a figure yet. Neither is Sean Spears. Neither is the Revival. So we'll have to wait on them. I could just show off MJF, but where's the fun in that? Especially in this time right now. Let's see MJF go a little bit further, and I'd be very excited to show off his figure. His figure's fantastic. I'll tell you that right now. All right. Well, thank you for tuning in. And, you know, if you haven't found out already, call out to her. Reach out to her. Find out. Ask her, how's your mother? Huh? Say hi to your mom for me.